Cat, and this is my Starbucks double shot, and today I will be doing my February wrap-up where I discuss the books that I read this month. February. Yeah, are you excited? I'm excited. Too excited, calm your shit. So my goal for February was to read 8 books. I'm doing the 100 book challenge, and 8 books was what I needed to, stay on track. And I read 8 books, kind of. Let me go through what I read and we'll just talk about it and you'll find out then. So the first book that I read this month was actually from the last month, and that was Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. This was part of my January TBR, and I started it at the end of January and finished it at the beginning of February. And then I went to see the movie and I did a review of the book and movie together, and you can watch that here. And that was the first book that I read this month, though I kind of count it for January because otherwise I was a book behind in January. So let's just say that Warm Bodies is a January book, and we're gonna leave it as a January book. What does count for February is what I read after Warm Bodies, which was Hallowed by Cynthia Hand, the second book in the Unearthly trilogy, and I also read Boundless, the third book in the Unearthly trilogy, which means I completed this trilogy. I read both Hallowed and Boundless early in the month, and this trilogy was so good. I really love the entire trilogy. Let me grab Unearthly, even though I didn't read it this month. This trilogy is so good. Such a strong paranormal romance fantasy series, a love triangle that works, and a really satisfying ending, and even a strong second book. So many middle books kind of slump, but this is just overall a fantastic trilogy. So much love for this trilogy, so much recommendations. All of the recommendations of this trilogy I give to you. Read it. So after I read Hallowed and Boundless, I read Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll, and then I went and saw the movie, and I just made a video reviewing the book and the movie a couple days ago, so I will link that here and you can watch that to hear my thoughts. After I read Beautiful Creatures, I was in the mood for something kind of shorter and more fast-paced, action-y, so I picked up the perfect book to satisfy that craving, and that was Legend by Marie Lu. And then immediately following this book I read Prodigy, the sequel, also by Marie Lu, because it's a sequel, obviously it's by the same person. Well, not obviously, I guess some sequels don't do that, but that's a tangent. I should talk about these books. This is such a good trilogy so far, told in a dual point of view from 2 really kick-ass characters, June and Day. They were both so interesting and so entertaining because they're very active characters. They go out and they do stuff, and they do a lot of cool stuff in these books. I was talking about the covers not matching exactly in my book haul, and I guess there is a newer Legend cover that matches this better. Mine is the first edition, the first one, because I buy my books as soon as they come out because I have a problem and an addiction, and it's okay. We don't need to talk about that right now. Save it for the intervention. They still do match, even if side by side they're a little bit not lined up. They still go together. It doesn't enrage me, but it's a minor annoyance. I'm minorly annoyed by this. After finishing Legend and Prodigy, I picked up Mind Games by Kirsten White, which was an amazing book. I really enjoyed it a lot. I can't wait for the sequel. I think it's going to be spectacular. And I actually made a video review of Mind Games, and you can watch it right here. I'll link to it. I just put it up earlier today, so I'll link it here. After I finished Mind Games, I read Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, and oh my gosh, you guys, this book is amazing. This series so far is amazing. I am just so excited about this series. I love the characters, the world is amazing. It's like this complex sci-fi fairy tale, and it's just so good. I loved both Cinder and Scarlet, but I think I actually liked Scarlet more. I preferred the character Cinder to the character Scarlet, but this book is so good. Like, if for some reason you haven't read Cinder, pick that up immediately, and if you enjoyed Cinder and you haven't read Scarlet yet, do not wait anymore because it is so good. You will love it. If you liked Cinder, you will love Scarlet, I think. Probably. I loved it. I don't know if I'm under some kind of lunar mind control or something, but I think this is the best book I've read so far this year. Out of the 15, 16 books that I've read so far this year, I'm gonna say this has been my favorite so far. It's just so good. So good. So good. After I finished Scarlet, I started Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier. I am not very far into this book at all. I read the prologue and the first chapter, and that's about it. I like it so far, but I need to read this book. Hopefully, if I don't finish it tonight, I will finish it tomorrow over the weekend and, you know, not fall behind. Gotta keep up with the reading challenge. Alright, those are the 8-ish books that I read this month. I still have to finish Ruby Red, but I can totally do that and stay on track, and then everything is just gonna be totally awesome! Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will have another one up soon. Spoilers, it's gonna be my March TBR, so be sure to check that out and tell me what book I should read, because I always get input from you guys, since you guys give me the best recommendations. Like, you guys recommended Cinder, and you guys recommended Legend, and those books were amazing, so please recommend me more. I have been having a fantastic reading year so far. Everything has just been really good. I haven't encountered a bad book yet. I haven't even encountered a mediocre book. I've quite liked all of the books that I've read so far this year, and like half of them I loved a lot, like more than just really liked. I loved them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon life. Have a lovely life. Okay, bye!